This is assigning X and Y axis values. So far when we've created charts, we just needed to highlight a contiguous range of cells, and Excel was able to figure out which data belonged on the X-axis and which data belonged on the Y-axis. In this chart that we're going to create, we're going to compare two frequency distributions. So this data pertains to a hypothetical company that is issuing invoices, and we need to track the number of invoices or the percentage of invoices that are past due. So we're going to look at this frequency distribution for one division of the company, and then we're going to compare that to the frequency distribution for the past day invoices for the overall company. So notice what I want is the past due categories on the x-axis and these percentages on the y-axis. This data is not going to be used in the chart at all. So if I did the method that we've been using, which is just highlight a contiguous range of cells, go to the Insert tab of the ribbon, and then go ahead and click the Insert Column or Bar Chart button. And I'm just going to click the 2D clustered column chart. This is what you would get. So this is not helping us at all. This is not going to be a readable frequency distribution comparison chart. So we're going to delete this by just tapping the Delete key on our keyboard. And I'm going to click cell H2. It doesn't matter which cell you click. I just want to make sure I'm clicking a cell that is not touching any of the data on the worksheet. I'm going to go back to the Insert tab of the ribbon, clicking the Insert Column or Bar Chart button. And I'm going to go back and click the two-dimensional clustered column chart option. And this is what you want to see. This is just a blank chart. I'm going to click and drag this off to the side. I'm going to expand the chart a little bit using the sizing handles. And we're going to add data to this chart manually. So we're going to decide which of the values in my worksheet belong on the x-axis and which values belong on the y-axis. I'm in the Design tab of the ribbon. I'm clicking the Select Data button. This will open up the Select Data Source dialog box. I'm going to begin by assigning values to the y-axis. So I'm going to click the Add button. This will open the Edit Series dialog box, and I'm going to type the name Division. This is going to be the label that will be assigned to the data that's going to be on the y-axis. So the first data I'm going to assign is the divisional percentages right here. So once I've provided the label in the series name input box, I'm going to click the Collapse dialog box button and then highlight all of the percentages for the division and tap the Enter key on my keyboard. So now I can see the divisional percentages have been added to my chart. If your dialog box looks like mine, it's off, the OK button is off to the side, you can just click and drag it, click the OK button. So now we've added the division data to the y-axis. I'm going to click the Add button again. And this will add the company data to the y-axis. So I'm going to define the series name input box by just typing the word company. This will be the label that gets assigned to the company data. I'm clicking the Collapse dialog box button and now highlighting the percentages for the company, tapping the Enter key on my keyboard, and then clicking the OK button. So now I've assigned values to the y-axis. We can see the percentages here. And I have the blue series, which is the division, and the orange series, which is the company. I'm now ready to assign the labels to the x-axis. So I'm clicking the Edit button. And then I'm going to go over to my past due categories for my invoices and just highlight the range A4 down to A8, tapping the Enter key on my keyboard. So now I have all of the data defined in the Select Data Source dialog box. I'm going to click the OK button. So now I have a chart that is comparing the frequency distribution between the division and the company. We could add some elements. So I'm going to click the plus sign to add a chart title. Once I do that, I get the generic chart title name. I can just click at the end of that and use my backspace key to remove it. This is going to be Receivables Past Due Comparison. So I'll go ahead and type that. I think that'll do it. So receivables past due, because we want to check the distribution between the division and the company. We could also add a legend. So I'm going to click off of my chart title, just clicking anywhere in the chart area. Going to click the plus sign again, going to select the legend, and that puts the legend off to the side so I can see blue is for the division, orange is for the company. And we can see that for the current, I can click off that. We can see for the current invoices, the division and the company have the same percentage, 30%, but I really would like to focus just on the past due invoices. So I could add a filter. So I'm going to click the filter button, And I'm going to check the box next to current. And what's interesting is you'll see if you place the mouse pointer over these options in the chart, you'll see it highlight on the chart itself. So I'm going to place or click the checkbox for current. That's going to remove current from my chart. I'm going to click the apply button. And I'm just going to click off the charts and to my worksheet. And now I can look these frequency distributions. So for the 30-day past due category, I'm a little bit below the company, so I have fewer invoices that are 30 days past due, but I have more invoices that are past due 45 days, 90 days, and 105 days. So this is how you create a chart by assigning X and Y axis values.